There comes a point where buying more gold and silver can stop helping your financial plan. Not because the metals stop making sense, but because the next dollar may have a more important job somewhere else. So forget the usual 100 ounce, 500 ounce, or 1,000 ounce targets for a minute. The better question is, how do you know when your stack is already doing its job? That's the question we are answering today. I am Turbo, and this is Turbo Stacking, where we stack with purpose. Let's roll. The problem with an ounce target is that it tells you how much of metal to buy, but it does not tell you whether buying that metal actually improves your financial position. Ounce goals can still be useful because they give us something measurable to work toward, but the number by itself tells me almost nothing. Two people can each own 500 ounces of silver. For one person, that might be a small part of a diversified financial plan. For others, it might represent almost every available dollar they have. Same stack, completely different situation. So before asking how many ounces are enough, I think the better question is, what job am I hiring my gold and silver to do? And what other jobs does my money still need to do? That is where stacking with purpose starts. A viewer named Strength Route or Strength Route, not sure, left a comment on my last video that stuck with me. He's 18, already has a few ounces of silver, and said part of the appeal is that once he turns some of his money into silver, he is less tempted to spend it. He is still figuring out his career, and he is very new to finances. For him, silver may already be doing exactly what he hired it to do. The question is not how quickly he can get to 100 ounces. It is whether another ounce stops helping more than that same money could help somewhere else. I understood that immediately because that was part of why I started stacking too. For me, turning some money into physical metal created friction. It was no longer sitting there waiting for me to spend it on something I probably didn't need. But my reason for stacking evolved as I learned more and thought more about the national debt, long-term monetary and fiscal risk, and frankly, the direction I believe the world is heading. Wealth preservation became a much bigger part of the purpose. That is important because your reason for stacking can evolve too. And when the purpose changes, the amount that makes sense can change with it. There are plenty of legitimate reasons to own physical precious metals. Maybe you want long-term store of wealth. Maybe you want diversification outside of stocks, bonds, banks, and retirement accounts. Maybe you like converting some disposable income into something tangible that is harder to spend. Maybe you are preparing for retirement or building something you can eventually pass to your family. Those purposes overlap, but they're not identical. If the job is discipline saving, you may not need a huge stack. Consistently moving a little excess cash into metal may already be accomplishing the goal. If the job is meaningful wealth preservation, the question eventually becomes less about the number of ounces and more about how much of your overall financial assets you intentionally want represented by precious metals. So enough begins with purpose. If that helps you think about your stack differently, hit the like button. It helps this reach another stacker who may be chasing an ounce target without knowing why. Now, go back to Strength Route for a second. I actually like the forced savings part of his thinking. Physical silver can create friction between you and an impulse to purchase. Selling a silver round takes more effort than tapping a debit card. But at 18, life changes fast. Cars break. Jobs change. You may move. You may need school or training. Opportunities show up. Accessible cash still has an important job. I would not treat gold or silver as a replacement for money you may reasonably need in the near future. And that principle applies at any age. Before aggressively increasing the stack, ask, do I have an adequate cash buffer? Am I carrying expensive debt that is working against me? Am I neglecting retirement accounts or other long-term investments just because another coin is more fun to buy? Precious metals can be a very useful part of a financial foundation. They should not become the thing that makes the rest of the foundation weaker. Here's a good test. If buying more metal regularly leaves you short of cash, forces you to carry expensive debt, or prevents you from funding other priorities that you believe in, your stack may already be large enough for right now. And for right now matters. Enough is not permanent. Once the foundation is solid, stop comparing your pile to somebody else's pile on YouTube and look at your own balance sheet. What percentage of your financial assets is already represented by precious metals? I'm deliberately not giving you one universal percentage because one number does not fit everybody. The point is not to replace somebody else's ounce target with somebody else's percentage. The point is to know how much of your financial life you have intentionally assigned to precious metals. Someone using metals mainly for diversification may choose a modest allocation. Someone with a stronger wealth preservation conviction may intentionally choose more. The important part is that the allocation is deliberate. Stacking can sneak up on you. You can buy 10 ounces, then a tube. Gold pulls back, so you buy a coin. Silver looks cheap, so you grab another bar. A few years later, you may have a much larger percentage of your financial life in metal than you ever consciously decided to own. That does not automatically mean you own too much. It means you should know the number. Your stack should be the result of a decision, not just the accumulated evidence of every trip you've ever had to the coin shop. Here's where the question gets more useful than an ounce target. Every dollar you put into gold or silver is a dollar that is not doing some other job at the moment. Building cash reserves, paying down expensive debt, funding retirement, investing in your career, or covering something your family actually needs. That does not mean buying more metal is wrong. If the next ounce still serves a purpose you deliberately chose and the rest of your financial plan is healthy, keep building at a pace that makes sense. But if another purchase does not solve a new problem for you and it starts leaving more important priorities underfunded, that may be your answer. Sometimes enough does not mean you're finished stacking forever. It simply means the next dollar has a more important job somewhere else right now. If you like practical stacking discussions like this, not just what metal moved today, but how precious metals fit into a real financial plan, subscribe. That is exactly what we are building here. Think about three stackers. The first is our young beginner. He has a few ounces of silver, limited financial assets, and his whole career ahead of him. Enough right now may mean continuing to learn, keeping plenty of cash available, and buying a little silver when he genuinely has money left over. He does not need to race somebody on the internet to 100 ounces. Buying more stops helping when it starts eating into the cash and flexibility he still needs to build the rest of his life. The second stacker is in the middle of his career. He has steady income, an emergency fund, retirement savings, and other investments. For him, enough is better measured as a deliberate percentage of the broader financial picture. As the position grows, gold's value density may become more useful, while silver can still make sense for smaller, regular purchases. Buying more stops helping when metals begin crowding out retirement contributions or other priorities he deliberately chose. The third stacker is approaching retirement with meaningful physical holdings. His question may no longer be, how do I get more ounces? It may be, is this stack already doing everything I need it to do? At that stage, buying more may stop helping when the stack already fulfills the wealth preservation job he gave it, and additional metal creates more management, storage, or liquidity friction than benefit. Eventually, documentation, insurance, and making sure your family understands what you own begins to matter too. Those are mature stacker problems. They matter, but you do not need to scare yourself with them when you own your first 10 ounces. So, when does buying more gold and silver stop helping? Usually, when the next dollar has a more important job somewhere else, or when the metal you already own is fully accomplishing the job you bought it for. So here's the test I would actually use. 1. Does every part of my stack have a purpose? 2. Could I handle a formal emergency without being forced to sell my stack? 3. Do I know roughly what percentage of my financial assets is represented by precious metals? 4. Am I still funding the other financial priorities that matter to me? 5. If I stop buying gold and silver for the next 6 months, would the rest of my financial plan still be moving forward? That last question matters because stacking can become a habit. A good habit, in my opinion, but still a habit. And a habit should not quietly replace a plan. Sometimes the smartest next purchase is another ounce. Sometimes the smartest move is to let your stack sit there, do its job, and put the next dollar somewhere else. That is what enough really means. Not a number somebody else gave you, not a picture of somebody else's stack, not a milestone that magically turns you into a serious stacker. Enough is when your gold and silver are accomplishing the purpose you gave them without getting in the way of the rest of your financial life. And once you know how much precious metal belongs in your plan, the next question is whether you're building that stack the right way. I made a video about 5 expensive mistakes new stackers make, including mistakes that can cost you money before your stack ever has a chance to do its job. That video is on the screen right now. Stack with purpose. I'll see you over there. All the glory goes to God, and may God bless you all. As you were, stack with purpose, turbo out.